welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Well, welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show and my birthday edition. That's right, I'm getting older. And speaking of older, I got a great guest today.
I think you just called me older.
Today is going to be an amazing show because every week now for over 7.5 years, we've been sharing what you need to know, want to know about everything you need to know, basically about real estate, finance. We're talking insurance planning today.
Yes,
with
we are.
Our number one, our guru of insurance, my personal insurance carrier, and Gino's as well, Carlos Villalobos with Carlos Villalobos Insurance. Been doing this, 35 years now?
It's been about 35 years now, going on 36.
See, I realize that when everybody says they've been in a certain industry over 30 years like you and I, we are older. It's just a fact.
Well, yeah, I look older than most people. That's true, but no.
Do I look a day older now that I've hit another day, another year?
You look great.
All right, cool. Yes. And I'm past that half century mark, and oh no, it goes through. But what a great week! And hopefully you joined us or saw that we had the big Oktoberfest. Thank you for sponsoring that and being part of that.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for inviting us. It was a great time.
I mean, we had so much fun. The Dodger game being on,
right?
Yeah, and basically we had Gino, my partner, and Kevin from our office grilling brats and dogs and. It was a good time.
They were really tasty, and the venue was great. It's a great venue there.
Yeah. Having a Wolf Creek Brewing, that Spiegel tent. Isn't that thing amazing?
It is.
Huge tent that had to take them weeks to set up, I would imagine.
I would imagine so, and then I'm glad I wasn't in the takedown procedure.
No. Actually, they keep it there for almost 6 months.
Oh, they do?
Of the year, yeah.
Good.
So you can rent it out and stuff. So we rented out that whole thing and had the big Oktoberfest for Skyline Home Loans, soon to be Finance of America. We've actually been Finance America since March, but we just kind of took some time to change our name so nobody got nervous about what happened to the best company in Santa Clarita for mortgages.
It just got better.
Just got better. Exactly.
There you go.
Thank you, buddy. All right, today you are going to want to pay attention because one of the most important things that we all need, everybody has to have and needs, is proper insurance. And what I love about having Carlos Villalobos here, he's, again, my personal insurance carrier with Carlos Villalobos Insurance, local out here, right off the old road, and he guides me in the right path. And you always bring valuable information that we all need to know that makes sure that we are properly covered, that we are knowledgeable about the coverage, and also what's coming. And today, okay, we're in California. We had some really bad fires recently.
Yes, we did.
And that, of course, someone has to pay for that. Unfortunately, it's all of us. And it sounds like in most cases, almost all, not all, but most of the insurance carriers are increasing their rates, and some of them pretty dramatic.
Yeah, we went down to the Department of Insurance and we took a snapshot of all the rate increases that the carriers have put in to be approved, and anywhere from 5% rate increases all the way to 28% rate increases.
That's crazy. And I didn't know you can get that information. That's pretty cool that you can go. I know exactly what every insurance carrier's rate increases are.
Right. Now
from State Farm to Progressive to Liberty to whoever.
To anybody. And that's public information a lot of people don't know. So
I didn't.
Even though your rates are right now, let's say your policy renews today, but they file for a 6.9 rate increase. On the next renewal, you're going to get that rate increase. And that's just common. A lot of times the cost of construction goes up. Dwelling values go up. You might buy a house cheaper than you can rebuild it. And
well, that comes to a certain point at some
right.
point. That wasn't the point, obviously, 4 years ago.
No.
Now it is, potentially.
Now it is. So, yeah, you should check with your carriers to see what the rate increases might be in the future, which then would be a great time to shop around to see if anything is better. Remember, just because your carrier had a rate increase doesn't mean that you're going to get a better deal. Right. Because everybody else is going up.
Well, okay, so and everyone, hopefully you guys all pay attention to this because you need to know whether your carrier is one of the higher increases. And then what I like is then our next segment, Carlos, will go over the 18 things that you can do to lower your rates to combat these increases in
Correct.
the insurance rates.
Yeah,
I mean, these are pretty substantial, some of these.
It is, and that's another reason why, as a homeowners, for example, you want to look at your policy. Most homeowners don't look at their policies until there's a claim. Well, that's a little too late. I think the time to look at it is on renewal. And talk to your agent and find out, hey, what am I covered for?
Right.
What can I do to reduce my premiums? Is there coverages that I don't need? Is there coverages that I might need that I don't have?
All right. So that'll be, we'll make sure that's a segment. So
Perfect.
hopefully you're going to listen to the whole show. Again, you can always go to donandgino.com. That's DONANDGINO.com. And we have all these shows on YouTube videos, thanks to Furman, who's recording all this for you. You can actually come to our show live right now. Go to donandgino.com. But there's probably in our YouTube channel, we're talking over 2,000 YouTube videos between the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. You're probably on 48 of them, I would imagine.
I would hope so.
Over the last 7 years. And plus we have the National Real Estate Cafe, which every day we do a 2 to 4-minute segment of what's really happening in the real estate and financial market, especially right now with the changing real estate environment. Just so you know, real quick, you're going to hear about, the bubble has started. Don't panic. It's called an adjustment in the market. It was due. We cannot have this overheated economy and housing market last forever. It eventually will slow down, and right now, what we see anyways, it's returning to a normal market. Believe it or not, sellers, you're going to have to get realistic with your sale prices, and buyers, you got to know that there's more inventory out there. So both of you now can negotiate on the true value of the home. For a while there, you could just put a stake in the house, in the front yard and sell the home for whatever you wanted because there wasn't any inventory. Inventory is coming back, buyers. Inventory is coming back. That means sellers, you got to be realistic, but it's still a great time for both sides. The housing market is strong, and so is the economy, so don't panic. Just had to throw that out there, Carlos.
I think that's a good idea because a lot of times people do panic in any situation, any catastrophe or anything they listen in the news, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, they do panic.
Well, the news, that's their job.
Right.
They're an entertainment company. They actually don't even half the time know what they're talking about. They're just relating the news, and if that news is written to scare the you-know-what out of you, then you're going to listen. And a lot of it's not good information. They don't have the data to back up what they're even saying or even know what they're talking about. So we're telling you, don't panic.
Well, thank you, because this morning as I was shaving, listening to the news, I go, I need to panic.
No panic. And it's just like, same thing with stock market and all that. You see people that panic, and that's opportunities. And people buy when it's low,
True.
And they will ride it back up. So don't panic. Don't be those that panic. Okay, so let's go through a few of the main names of rate increases. So in case these are your companies, and I guarantee a lot of you love those State Farm commercials. Are they going up?
They're going up, an average of 6.9, and it seems like they have back-to-back rate increases scheduled for 6 months. Amica, 45% rate increase on dwelling fire policies.
Wow.
You have Progressive, 24% rate increase in certain areas. Now, keep in mind, these are rate increases for the state. Doesn't mean in your zip code your rates might be going up that much. They might be coming down. Mm-hmm. So, when you get your renewals, that's when you'll look at it.
But I like that you're informing us that, hey, some of these companies may have rate increases, like you said, 5%, 24%, 48%. I mean, they could be substantial.
Correct.
And a lot of times you just get the renewal in, you just let it go and don't pay attention. You might need to pay attention. You might need to also look at options. Now, does certain companies have larger increases because they're hit harder, possibly by like a fire, in a fire zone or?
Yes. Most carriers have what they call reassurance. So they go out and buy insurance in case the losses are so big that they can't handle it. And most of the time, those big companies, the reinsurance companies, don't pay claims. But this year, they all got hit. So that means that they're going to be increasing those rates to the carriers. So the carriers, in turn, are going to be passing that down to the consumers.
Okay.
But again, don't panic, because even though we're telling you some of these things that have been filed, doesn't mean that they are going to be approved. So the commissioner looks at it and determines if that is a right rate increase or not based on the.
There's some protection then.
There's some protection, yes. But that being said, you can file as a company a 6.9% rate increase, and they usually approve those.
Right.
So
24 to 48 might be a problem.
that could be, and then there is the possibility that the commissioner might come back and say, no, it's not 24, we'll give you 18. Or no, we want you to do a rebate. So anytime these companies put in for a higher than 6.9 rate increase, they've done their research. They have their homework all completed.
To show why. All right. So we're keeping you in the know. Again, we're here with Carlos Villalobos, with Carlos Villalobos Insurance, our guru of insurance for, since the beginning of our show for 7.5 years now. And we're going over some changes that are happening with all of us regarding our insurance carriers. Rates are increasing. So we're going to, when we come back, how do we combat that? How do we deal with the rate increases? This is coming. There's nothing you can do really about it. You need to find out how much yours is going up, but how do you combat that? How can you challenge that or improve your situation to not have the huge increases? Because maybe you can't afford it, but you have to have insurance. So stay tuned, and we'll help you maintain your insurance, hopefully as affordable as possible. When we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, don't go away.